Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, and today we're going to go to the Tower of the Gods.
Finally! This is where we left off in what? Video 54? Or 53?
52.
Or 52, whichever the hell one it was.
50.
Could have been
Well
41 for all I know, but we're here, finally, at the Tower of the Gods, and we will
Now we got
show.
proof to the gods that we're worthy for the second time.
This cutscene's pretty cool.
Of course we're worthy, we collected the Triforce of Courage. Isn't that, like, legendary or something?
Yeah, kinda.
Jellyfish is back!
Oh, what's this? We have a tattoo.
Link went to the tattoo shop.
Tattoos are cool.
Awesome, music is awesome.
Yeah, it is.
Dwells.
The Triforce of Courage. I am indeed the true hero!
Is not measured by the size of his muscles, but by the size of his heart.
For the size
And
of the tattoo on his hand.
By the glow of the tattoo on his hand.
The glow. Yeah, that's right.
Hero of Winds.
Hero of Winds.
I prefer
we
Hero
have-
of Time.
Hero of Time, Hero of Winds. What would be the other ones? Hero of Mask would be also the Hero of Time, though. Twilight Princess, what would that be?
Hero of Twilight.
Well, that or Hero of Beast, because he was a wolf.
No, Hero of Twilight.
Furry hero.
Hero of Furry, no.
No, absolutely not.
Hero of Seasons, Hero of Ages, Hero of... Then you get into, like, A Link to the Past, like, what would that be? The Hero of...
Who cares? We're in
Hero of
Hyrule
the
I
Castle.
care.
And it's
I
all
care.
colorful down here.
Yes, it is.
We haven't been down here since a while.
Since... Actually, technically, I realized each one of us have gone to Hyrule. Gaia initially came to Hyrule. SM has been here probably the most. And then,
Our statue
what happened
broke.
to the statue? It's broken. That's
Aw,
not
who
good.
broke my statue? Was it
Not
you?
your statue. It's my statue.
No, it's mine. It's mine. Damn it.
Anyway.
Shortcut!
Oh, look. Princess Zelda.
That's
Hi.
convenient. Hey, what's up?
Wait, haven't we had something start like that before? Oh my
Oh.
god.
It's
She's
a
not
trap.
there. It's a trap.
It really is, though. That's the thing. I'm not just saying that.
You've deceived yourself. No, you
No,
deceived me.
you deceived us. The hell?
Oh, well, he's talking about how the castle was not protected, which is true. Like, really, how I don't know how anyone couldn't. How the king thought they'd be safe down here.
Like a 10-year-old made it down here.
For giggles.
Anyway,
Fire.
hello, Dark Nuts.
Now these are Mighty Dark Nuts.
Mighty Black Dark Nuts.
You really had to play the race card.
I didn't. They're clearly black in color.
It's open to speculation.
Anyway, I did that because I thought when I was doing the what's the pit that we did?
Savage Labyrinth.
Savage Labyrinth. When I was doing that, I used the Hurricane Spin, and it did break the armor of the Dark Nut. So I thought it would work, but I didn't have enough room or, you know, space to actually get it.
They
to
thought
work.
they had mustaches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now these guys do a lot of damage. They take a lot of hits to bring down, and they have a cape around their back. You can actually burn the cape off with a fire arrow. I'm not sure if you actually did that, but
I will do that later, but yeah, you can order. I think you can also just because like the one of them had it, but it's off now, so I guess I just chopped it somehow.
I think, yeah, you chop the cape off, which you can also do. But they're faster, stronger, and awesome.
Oh!
But if you want a Mighty Dark Nut figurine, you need to take a picture of these guys or some other guys later on.
Yeah. This is what gives you the actual figurine of the Mighty Dark Nut.
Yeah, and that one's dead.
I like how
Wasn't
you
too bad.
didn't even directly hit that first one and he died.
That wasn't so bad.
Those guys aren't hard.
Don't you
Now,
love it?
before we... What?
I was gonna say, don't you love it in RPGs and stuff when you beat like this really hard boss, like that took a long time, and the characters are like, "Well, that was easy."
Yeah.
Hey, what's
Anyway,
up?
stained glass windows that I didn't show off.
But yeah, I'm showing off the stained glass windows, which show off all the stages from Ocarina of Time.
It's pretty cool.
That looks sweet.
Yeah.
I just blatantly ignored it.
Naburu, Triforce is not a stage.
Triforce. I was
We
just
didn't
gonna
see
say
Rudo.
the sage of
no,
the
I'm getting there.
Triforce.
Oh, okay.
Ruda's over there.
Sage of the Triforce is the Triforce.
And Raru.
Rauru. Or
I'm
Kippur.
reminded of that one awkward zombie comic that I saw, where like, oh, I can't defeat Dark Link. It's too tough. It's like, yeah, you have to defeat yourself. And he goes, Rudo, I love you. And then Bruno tackles the Shadow Link and like, oh my god, and then Navi goes, that's mean.
I don't get why people have such a trouble with like or Dark Link and Ocarina of Time. I guess like I never
I don't know,
Z-target,
like,
and
when
supposedly you're not supposed to Z-target it.
Yeah,
They're
I would
not all that
imagine
hard.
so, because like when I tried to fight him the first time, like I went down to half a heart before I was able to kill him.
Also, this barrier has been broken
The
by not
magic
even
seal.
attacking it directly.
It's broken by doing whatever we just did.
And it shatters like glass.
Then Link gets glass in his eye and then dies.
The end.
The end. Oh, okay.
Anyway, this part, it's really short, but it is kind of cool, and it makes me like kind of desire for a Wind Waker style. That's why I'm looking forward to Skyward Sword as well, because it's kind of done in the same kind of painterly style with a
Right.
more Twilight Princess.
Why are there pea hats at this point in the game?
They love you.
They're so easy. Any weapon can kill them. Even the
But this
grappling
place is
hook.
cool.
Yeah, this is really cool.
This is Hyrule. Also,
No.
you gotta love how, like, Ganon's tower is just down the road from Hyrule Castle. It's like, when did that happen?
It's been like thousands of years. It could have happened
Like,
at any
wouldn't they be
time in
suspicious?
between there.
But, like, when that was happening, wouldn't they be suspicious if someone was, like, just... Ganon was building a tower right next to Hyrule Castle?
Well, maybe he built it when everything was, I don't know.
Well, like, in Ocarina of Time, he built it on top of the part where the castle was. But usually, like, I guess his tower is never in Gerudo Desert, to be fair, but...
It could have been like how they built Walt Disney World. Walt Disney like disguised that he was actually buying the land to build it. It was like an elaborate ruse. So Ganon would have been like, I'm
what
going
would
to build an
Ganon
amusement
disguise his
park.
tower project as being?
An amusement park.
Get it,
Everyone-
man.
Everyone
I
would
mean,
have
they
been
did
like,
something
oh,
like
right.
that in Oracle of Ages, didn't they?
Well, no, what they did was they had the queen... Yeah, the queen was building a tower, and she was like, oh, we're building this tower... I don't know what... I think just because she's great, and convinced everyone to build it for her. But it was because they didn't know it was like an evil person. They were following a queen.
See, it could have been anything like that. There's so many possible explanations.
And somebody thought of that.
And I mean,
Somebody thought that.
Hello, Dark Nut.
Another Dark Nut.
These guys aren't too
Ah,
bad.
you couldn't sneak attack it.
Yeah, I
You
tried.
tried. Yeah, Dark Nuts at this point really aren't much of an issue.
Nah. they're
Once you
pretty
get the
easy.
fully powered up Master Sword, regular Dark Nuts go down pretty quick. Especially if
And-
they're on their own.
Now, at this point, we need the hook shot, which you would need anyway, to be honest.
Which
but
you would need anyway, so
I
but yeah.
already have it equipped.
you already have it. Good job. Way to go.
See, you thought of that.
I thought of
I did
that,
think
and
of
then
that.
clearly I forgot about it.
You also forgot about it. Okay, somebody thought of this. Somebody thought it was necessary to check for the hook shot at this point in the game.
And here we are at the entrance to Ganon's tower. Now, I thought it was going to pop up, but I forgot it. You had to go in first.
Yeah.
And here is the door to Ganon's tower.
A door.
Fire!
It's Governor
here we
General Door.
Ganon's tower. It has lava.
Every tower has lava. It's like every final castle boss thing in video games has lava.
You know what? They should make like a final area that's like nothing what you would expect.
It's just like Super Happy Land.
There's like flowers. Like
Flowers
fun
and happy
Or just like
things.
suddenly, you're in space!
Space.
Space.
The final frontier.
Let's go to space.
Anyway, here we have a gauntlet of 4 different rooms, and I technically don't need to do this, but just to be safe, I'm going to snipe these, because
Probably a good idea.
on each of these there is a bubble, disguised as a skull.
Yeah. Bubbles are stupid.
Hey Dad, are we in space?
Are you space? There we go. So this room always kind of somewhat gives me trouble, partly because at the end I always forget that you need to use the Deku Leaf.
Yeah, it can be a little tricky.
But anyway, yeah, as we've mentioned before, I'm not going to worry about spoilers, we are going to be facing all the bosses of the 4 important temples, the ones that got the pearls and the sages.
Boss rush!
Disclaimer, I didn't do as good as I could have on these bosses.
You also have the same items and equipment that you would have had at that point in the game.
Yeah.
So you can't like bust out.
And I just saved myself epically right there.
Yeah, you did.
Epic save.
Epic save. So you can't bust out, you know, the, let's see, what would be an overpowered item? Like the skull hammer against Gohma. You can't do that.
Well, you couldn't really use it against Gohma anyway, I don't think. But, like, yeah, you're basically... Really, I don't think for the most part it really comes into effect for a lot of them, like, because of the ways you had to defeat them. But,
yeah.
They still... Basically, you go back in time.
It's like Chrono Trigger.
What?
Isn't it
Except
also like
not
black
at
and
all
white?
like Chrono
Yeah.
Trigger.
Hey, I just called it. Oh.
Yeah. So, like, we literally go back in time because Valu's tail is still here.
Yes, it
As you
is.
can see.
No, we lost all our stuff.
So I'm gonna try and take a picture. There is still a way to get figurines at this point, and I mentioned before you can get pictures of Gohma. I'm gonna prove that these pictures. Someone said, "Oh, they're in black and white." No, they still work.
They still
You
work,
have to-
yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully that picture will work.
It seems good enough.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You will find out.
Whatever.
Yeah, as you can see, I'm not doing as good as I could have. Though, as you can also see, like, because of your... Like, I didn't take it... Gohma doesn't do that much hard damage.
Well, I mean, it's the first boss. It still has the same damage output.
Yeah.
Well, no, is it the first boss? The first, like, actual boss?
Yeah, it's the first boss.
I mean, Forsaken Fortress, you can count, like, one moblin or whatever it is.
That wasn't even a boss. It was a mini boss.
Whoa, that's new.
Yeah, I never, like, I was surprised, like, where was that fire coming from? Because I never, and got hit there. But, I didn't know there was, like, fire falling from the ceiling.
Fire!
But yeah, I did not do as good as I could have on this boss.
It's okay. It's only the first boss in the game.
No, the thing with this one is I did a good run of this. I just was having an off day here.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
No, I was showing people the wrong way to fight the boss.
This is how not to fight Gohma.
How not to fight Gohma.
So, yeah. This should be very, very easy at this point in the game.
Which it is, I just got... The thing is, even with the unnecessary damage, it's still easy. I just took unnecessary damage. Either way, at least I can do the wind direction correctly with the deck.
You're never gonna let that go, are you?
No, that was really silly.
As you were dying to Gohma.
I didn't die, I got... Gohma, or she barely took any of my health, so it's not like I was in any danger of dying.
But you lost, like, more than one
Technically,
heart
Gohma's
to
not
Gohma.
dead. I don't know, did I take no damage last time? I don't know, I did Gohma pretty well last time, so I've already proven I can beat Gohma.
Whatever. I think your first run was better than this run.
It was, I know. Gohma's claws are kind of a pain, though, to be fair. Like, you never know when they're gonna come out.
Yeah, I mean, they're not like these giant things that
Wow,
you
look at that,
blatantly
only
see.
2 times.
Yeah, but the Master Sword, or the Powered Up Master Sword, it's pretty easy to kill bosses.
Right.
So that's one. We're gonna do one more before time's up. That's Gohma. Now guess what the next one is?
Vegeta!
What?
That's better than what I was gonna say. So we'll go with that.
And I know you're gonna make fun of me for this one too.
Most likely.
I probably deserve it. I was having an off day on this tower.
Yeah, sure. An off day.
I just... Yeah.
Friends!
Oh god, I hate these things. Why are these still there?
They're not even here right now.
Well,
Troll Gaia is troll.
I thought there would be friends. You said friends and I got all defensive and nervous.
Oh, don't worry. You'll still see friends.
Cause I know they're in this part of the
No, they're in like the...
castle.
Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but there's a... you'll see.
All right.
So we got these things.
ah!
As if we-
Derpy derp.
You know, you gotta make sure not to roll on those, because you usually...
So you don't
So-
do barrel roll?
I think I have something to make fun of you now.
You honestly could make fun of me for this whole tower. I didn't do it as good as I could have.
And I will.
You will. You know what? You never made fun of me or you never gave me back for making fun of your sister. So, now is the perfect time.
That's true. But like I said, I'm going to do it when you don't expect. And right now you're expecting it, so.
Well, we're nearing the end of the game. You kind of have to...
Have to hurry up and do it eventually.
Yeah, you have to figure out a good time.
I'll do it like 2 years down the road. In some random game that we decide to do next. Be like, remember that one time?
We do an LP of some game that isn't even out yet, and you're like, by the way, Mega, and then you just throw down an insult.
Surprise!
So has anyone seen the Smurfs movie?
Totally off topic. Absolutely not. I have no interest to see it because I already know it's going to be bad because it takes place in a real life setting.
But I would see it just for the fact that Neil Patrick Harris is in it, and he's awesome.
What,
I don't
what
think
does he
it'll be
play?
any good, but he's
well,
awesome. So.
You can put gold in a turd, but it won't make the turd any better.
But at least it will have golden color. It'll look pretty.
I was happy to hear that Gargamel.
That what?
Like Gargamel is actually in the movie.
Well, I would hope he's the main villain of the. He's
I know.
The only villain.
That's the thing. I would hope they wouldn't leave him out. But.
Anyway, here is Kalle Demos. Now, with the power to Master Sword and the fact that you don't need to do anything fancy, like with well, I guess somewhat fancy in cutting down his vines, but with Gohma, you had to break open its armor. You can technically take Kalle Demos down in one hit if you're fast enough.
No, I'm guessing you're not fast enough.
I should have been. Like, it was really close.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
We'll see. It's.
Oh, we didn't get the cool color change. Oh wow, that's
one hit left.
yeah, that's not
Nope.
fair.
Can't let you do that, Mega.
I tried really hard to take it down in one shot.
Take it down in one shot. There's
I'm
2
going
Star
alone.
Fox quotes back to back.
I'm going it alone from here.
3. What
How
else?
many Star Fox quotes can we make in one video?
This
I don't know.
because
Apparently
the temperature is up to 2,000 degrees.
Okay.
That probably would have made sense with Gohma.
That would have been Gohma, yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any plant quotes from Star Fox?
Plants. The bioweapon, although the bioweapon's actually a clam.
Anyway, we're out of time, so...
So enough Star Fox
almost.
quotes.
20 seconds still.
Still 20 seconds.
Next time we'll be facing the last 2 bosses.
And what's the boss after this?
Nappa!
Oh.
Nappa.
There's not a boss where we'll have to use bombs wisely.